All right, let's go over the Bushnell Wingman View, the Bluetooth Player Plus GPS speaker, and the DeProfi, however the heck they pronounce it, Pro Golf speaker. You might not know the name, but you might start after this video. Who knows? Stay tuned, let's find out.
Under 400 yards, front 386, back 416.
So it starts off by welcoming you to the golf course. This is the Bushnell we're talking about. It's pretty cool. There's the display. That's what we got. This is what we've got on the blue tees here. Size from the top. Magnet. This is the dumbest design you could ever do. Putting this little thing for your hand right behind the magnet. Like anywhere on this you could put that. Anywhere. But you gotta put it right there. You can't flip the screen over, so you have to have it going up this way. And if you want this on there, which you should have, it gets behind it. This magnet also is terrible on it. If you don't want it to fall, you got to drive like pretty carefully. It has fallen off on me several times. This one has not fallen off on me, but maybe once or twice in a lot of rounds. You can tell it's missing the little weather strip piece on here, the little bumper on there, whatever you want to call it. The magnet is better on this one than the blue tees. The best magnet is on this little cheap one here. This thing does not come off. It has never fallen off once. I've dropped this walking. How crazy is that? I've never dropped these walking, but I've literally dropped this thing walking, and that's why it's got the little dent in there. All right, so to charge them, each one's got a little safety thing because you're supposed to be able to play golf with it, not have to be all gentle with them. If I can figure out how to get this open. All right, that's the charging port, little USB-C. All right, this here is a remote that comes with it. You gotta push down on there and you can get it out. You can click this button to cut it on. It's got some cool features we'll go over later, not the point now. You cut this one on and off here, and then the charging port is on the bottom of this one. USB-C and a USB. Now for the blue tees. Play button, go. And this one's got a little tiny nub on it here. Little one-hand execution, bear with me, all right? And again, this is a USB-C and a USB. It's a charging port. Now, the blue tees one is very limited. It is stuck going upright. It falls off a lot. Honestly, I don't like it at all compared to this one, the Bushnell. The Bushnell you can mount sideways and it'll turn. You can go this way and it'll turn. All directions sideways. Let's see if it can even go upside down. It can go upside down if you needed to do that for some reason. Like I said, with this one, you're just very limited. This one here, obviously there's no fancy features like that. They all play music great. I think this one's a little crispier. The blue tees is more of a bass one. It's got that thump to it. This one's just good. It's cheaper, significantly cheaper, and unless you're gonna use it for yardages, I honestly like this one a whole heck of a lot more than spending the extra money on that. Like if you're really a try-hard golfer, I mean, you've got a rangefinder, and it's gonna, for me at least, they were cool, and then they've kind of just became speakers around the house. I don't really take them out there. I've also started playing in more competitive golf instead of just casual, but I mean, I don't mind music. I don't take them out there often. And if I was, I'm surely not going to use them. I'm going to use my rangefinder now. And I do like to know what it is to the front, middle, and back. I'm going to pull up the yardages on this one here so you can see that. And we'll go from there. All right, now I've got the blue tees up. So you can see the displays. This one's more of like a digital screen, or I don't know the perfect name for it. This is more of that like TV screen style, you know what I mean? This is like your watch style. This one I do like in glare. Like if we were to go to like a 0.5 and you get some glare on there, the Blue Tees one shows itself very, very well. It does hold up great. If you click on the screen, it'll show some stuff on here. This one is not touch screen. This one is. If you press this,
Front 393, center 408 yards, back 423.
and since I've got them both up, I think it might have just talked the Blue Tees one through the Bushnell. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, but that's what that one will do. The Bushnell.
On the first tee, Mikey plays golf.
You can do an introduction on this.
Hole 1, par 4, center 400 yards, front 386, back 416.
Now, this is also set to the same course, I believe the same tees. So, yeah, they're a little bit off, so who knows. This one, obviously, you have no yardage. But, again, I'm telling y'all, I really like this one a lot. These are cool, though. But the bang for your buck and how often I use these, you might, but I personally got them and do not use them like I thought I would. I take this little bad boy because if it rains or falls or breaks or something, I can buy like, I believe 4 of these for the price of 1 of these, and this magnet sucks and this gets in the way. So here we go next on the magnet test. If I end up breaking one on accident, y'all gotta compensate, all right? All right, here we have them both precariously placed above concrete. So this is also my cage. This is a rounded bar. This isn't even squares. So this is a real true test to show you how well they stick in the middle and so on, because it's not a flush thing, which they are going to be on a flush thing. But again, I like to test stuff all the way to the best, and I will put it on something flat too, just so you can see that. But we're doing a little wiggle here, and there's a whole awful lot on the Bushnell. That's not confidence inspiring at all. Now we go to the Bushnell. This one's got so much more, I feel like, excessive. This one's a tight wiggle on there. Now, let me grab the best for last, I think. All right, I'm going to let you guys be the judge. I gave that one a solid flick, too. I'm scared the other ones will come off if I do it as hard, especially the Blue Tees. This thing falls off all the time on me. All right, we're gonna give this such a true test, right? Like nothing anyone else does with speakers and stuff, I feel like. So this is a squat rack bar holder for up to like 300 and something pounds. I was too excited when I thought of this idea to go weigh it, but it's heavier than the 5-pound weight over there for sure that I've got. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through each one of these magnets and we're gonna give this bad boy a test and we're gonna see what we get. All right, we're gonna start with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go Bushnell. All right, so here's what the magnet looks like on the Bushnell. Look at this, the display turns. Wow. Who would have thought of doing that? That's a great idea. All right, so we're gonna make sure it's centered. No BSing, total fair for all of them. This thing's gonna be heavier on one end than the other too, so it should pull like really strenuous on this. That is insane. That's got my whole body flexed to hold this up, and it's doing it. I mean, that is insane strength of a magnet. Like, if that's actually nuts. That's like not easy to get off. All right, let's go Blue Tees. I hope I haven't said that wrong the entire time. All right, Blue Tees is nice and flush. Pretty centered here. All right. If that don't show y'all I'm not lying about the magnet, this magnet is trash compared to the other ones. Now that might be width. It's very skinny and little. I mean, it is, and a lot of the times the golf carts are very skinny and little, so this is doing that, but why not just do the whole thing? Like, this is not the best one. Give it another try. No bueno. Dun, dun, dun. So, Bushnell clearly wins on that, but we have the little guy. Whatever this thing even is. Magnets on the back. Let's do it. Wow. Now, it doesn't survive the pull test, but it gets it off the ground. I mean, do the same thing. Let's get this squared up. All right, let's do it. I mean, for the magnet, Bushnell smokes the other ones. Absolutely smokes them. This thing is garbage for the magnet. It really is. Like, no shade. I like it. Like, I'm not trying to hate on the thing, but the magnet is garbage. It falls off literally like twice around for me. Like, if you're not driving with the intent of thinking about this the entire time when you go off into the fairways and stuff where there are bumps, or God forbid it's a bad bumpy fairway, cart path, this thing will go bouncing on the cart path. For sure. It's done it on a bunch of occasions. Now, that being said, it survived it. It still works, but it keeps doing it. I mean, that's as good as it gets. Oh my God, I can't even do it one-handed. All right, I decided I'm not really gonna go into the interface of the apps. I do think I like the interface of the Bushnell one better. I used to not, but they've made it easier to find the course you're playing, and I think now you're actually able to play with the Bushnell app just because you own this. It used to have to be paired, I believe, but gonna give this one some more credit in what it is good for is the screen aspect. I'm talking the Blue Tees one here. When you swipe this thing, it'll tell you things like no hazard and how far it is to the center, and then you can tap it, I believe, and get different things, maybe not. Driving distance, what your score is if you're keeping up with it that way. On the 5th hole here, being a little finicky. There we go. 395 to the center. It tells you what it is to the water, 355. So you know that kind of thing. And I don't believe the Bushnell might verbally do it. Let's see.
Hole 1, par 4, center 400 yards, front 386, back 416.
Yeah. So that's pretty much my review. Oh, see, that's gone. All right. All right, so that sums up my review video, I guess you could call it, or just description video, or just showing you what the products are actually like and what they actually do, and giving them real world tests. My winner, if you're gonna go between these two, this is a better one for in the house partying with bass, just blasting, but this one is the better golf functioning one, I feel like. You can do some cool stuff and swipe your finger on this and everything, but this is more like an in-home, like reminds me of like the Beats or something like that back in the day. This one I feel like is better for golf. The magnet holds up better. And then in my opinion, I still, for my game, and like I said, what I pretty much use most of the time, because I'm not on my phone and don't like being on my phone and messing with any of this stuff. I like it to play music and that be all I'm worried about. And if it falls or breaks or anything like that, it's so cheap to replace. And I'm sure there's warranties and stuff, but stuff happens and sometimes you just want to order it again off Amazon. And this one, for the cost, for how good the speaker actually is, for how durable it is, and how great the magnet is, in my opinion, it wins. But again, that means nothing because you're probably here for these two. And you probably think I'm nuts for going on and on about the little one, but that's my video. Mikey Plays Golf. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. So the main reason I didn't go over the apps and the interface as much is because, in my opinion, if it can't do the most basic thing, which is just hold on to the golf cart and let you even be able to use it in the first place, it kind of eliminates the choice for me pretty quick right there on the spot. So that is my review. Thank you for watching. Please Please subscribe, like, share it. I hope it helps, really, more than anything. Have a good one.